being here. I'm Courtney. I'm here with our owner, TK. I wanted to walk you through a quick half-hour Hatha sequence to really focus on the shoulders and the neck. If you're anything like me, we tend to hold our tension there when things start to get a little hectic. So I notice when I'm waking up, my shoulders are shrugging up to the ears and I'm holding on to this space. I wanted to give you a moment here to start to release that. We'll get into some of the hips and some other areas of our body as well to help release. And when you're ready, we'll start in a comfortable seat. So I'm not going to be using any props today. However, if you have props at home and you'd like to utilize those, please feel free. I'd like you to come to a crisscross applesauce in the legs, or if you'd rather come to a hero's pose sitting on the knees, that's fine too. If you need a blanket or a block underneath the hips and you have one handy, go ahead and grab that. It will dip the knees below the hips. We'll start with the palms down on the thighs for grounding. Close your eyes or just soften the gaze, looking over the tip of the nose. First, exhale all your stale air. Just let the shoulders drop down. Notice if you're holding on in the shoulders and the neck and the jaw and the brow. Now let's start to create a little bit more length in our spine, and then we'll begin to deepen the breath. Keeping the palms down and the eyes soft. See if you can root the tailbone down in towards your mat. Pull your front ribs towards your back ribs. Stay soft through the shoulders, letting them just slide down, melting towards your hips. A tiny, slight movement. Just press the head behind you, stacking your ears over your shoulders. Imagine your head, your ribs, and your pelvic like Tupperware. One stacking over the other in perfect alignment. From this space of length, exhale everything out. 4 count. Inhale through your nose. 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath at the top for 2. Hold for 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Let's do that one more time, being really mindful of the neck and the shoulders. Allow those areas to stay soft. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job, yogis. Go ahead and start to blink the eyes open. Keeping all that length that you've created in the spine, we'll let the arms rest by our sides with our palms flipping forward. And next time you breathe in, reach your arms high to the sky. Fingertips towards the ceiling tiles, the ceiling above you, whatever you're reaching for. Keeping all of that length that we created in the spine. We'll start to twist our ribcage over the right thigh. And as you exhale, palms face down, let them hover about 1 inch or 2 away from the earth. Now pause here for a moment, yogi. We're going to try to find a little bit more length before we deepen the twist. Now try to keep reaching the crown of the head up, twisting from the space just above the navel. Maybe you start to deepen the twist. Then release your right hand to the low sacrum, and the left hand can come to your knee or your thigh. Now once again, being mindful of the length in the spine. If you feel that you're rounding, you won't get as much mobility in the spine, so you won't be able to deepen the twist. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale, fill up. And as you exhale, maybe you twist a little bit more, even looking over the right shoulder if that feels okay on the neck today. One more time, breathe in. Open your mouth, breathe out. All right, my friends. Go ahead and stay in the twist. Your left hand is going to stay exactly where it's at. Begin to hover the right hand away from the ground. We're going to take a side body stretch in the twist. Your bicep will come next to the right ear. And then start to hinge, reaching your fingertips towards the top left corner of your mat. Peeling the shoulder open, spinning your heart up towards the sky. Left hand can remain on your thigh, or maybe it slides closer towards the kneecap, as long as that feels okay. Chin stays off the chest. Keep rotating up. Breathe in. And then on the exhale, you guys are going to cactus the arm, bring the right elbow behind you towards the center of your mat. We'll do that 2 more times on the inhale, bicep next to the ear, reach forward. Get that stretch through the ribs. And exhale, cactus your arm, open up. 1 more time, inhale, reach. Nice, you guys, exhale, cactus arm. Now biceps gonna come next to the ear, left palm will stay on top of the knee. Go ahead and square your shoulders towards the front of your space, and then just reach the right hand down to the opposite knee. Here, I'd like you to round the spine, so tuck the chin to the chest, hollow out your belly, and feel your pelvis tilt up towards your face. Notice the back, the space between the shoulder blades. Send your breath there. See if you can spread the shoulder blades a little bit more. Maybe you can even find a chin lock. Tucking the chin to the chest, it might even rest there. Hold for 1 more breath in. And stay for your breath out. All right, you guys, moving really slow. Let's begin to restack the spinal column. We'll keep the arms crossed in front of us and we'll find eagle arms. So just bend the elbows, releasing the back of the hands, or you can find a double bind, palms towards one another. You guys, if you have really tight shoulders and this isn't feeling good, hands can release to shoulders, give yourself a hug. Now for this variation, elbows lift in line with shoulders in whatever variation that you're in. Begin to lift the gaze up towards the sky and let the elbows follow, creating a little back bend in your seat. Slight tuck of the chin, avoid compressing the back of your neck. 1 more inhale. And then let's get that rounding as you exhale. Draw your elbows towards the navel. Use the breath, guys. Let's do that 2 more times on the inhale. Rise, create a little back bend. Notice the shoulders, keep them soft. And as you exhale, round, draw everything towards your navel. 1 more time together. Inhale. And breath out, round. Rise, shoulders over hips. We'll uncross the arms and bring the arms back up over your head. Now pause here for a moment. Notice if those shoulders are starting to creep up towards the ears. Soften them down, create space at the neck. We'll start to take our twist in the opposite direction, rotating the ribs over the left thigh. And just as we did before, palms face down. Hover the hands about 1 inch away from your space to start. See if you can get more length first, reaching the crown of the head up, and then twisting a little bit deeper from that place right above the navel. Exhale, left thumb comes as close to your sacrum as you can. Maybe spider tip the fingers on the earth, and your right hand can rest lightly on your knee or on the thigh. 2 rounds of breath. As you inhale, think of lifting up, and as you exhale, think of twisting deeper. Maybe you start to gaze over your left shoulder, if that feels okay. 1 more time, slow breath in. Easy breath out. We'll stay in the twist. Keep the right hand where it's at. Begin to hover the left hand away from the ground. Arm reaches high, bicep next to the ear. And we're going to take that side body stretch, reaching your left fingers towards the top right corner of the mat. Sit down into your left hip. And on the exhale, we'll cactus our arm. Squeeze the shoulder blade in towards the spine and press the elbow behind you. Inhale for length, reach. And exhale, take your twist. We've got 1 more. Take it with your breath, however slow or fast you'd like to take it. Pause anywhere that feels good. Exhale, cactus the arm. Inhale, reach it over. Square the shoulders towards the horizon of your space. The left hand will release now to the right knee. Tucking the chin to the chest, hollowing out the belly. Feel that rounding through your upper back. Tilting the hips up slightly towards your face. Breathe in here. Little puffs of air down each vertebra of the spine. Breathe out. We'll slowly begin to rise, lengthening through the back body, releasing hands from thighs or knees, and find your second eagle variation. Remember, you can bind your hands once or twice, or release the hands to the shoulders. As you inhale, create a little back bend. Allow those ribs to splay open just slightly, keeping the core engaged. Even here on your seat, breathe in. And on the exhale, we round. Draw everything towards navel. Inhale, rise. Let the gaze follow. Slight tuck of the chin. Exhale, round. Nice, you guys. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale, round. lengthen back up, shoulders over hips. Unwind the arms just as you came into it. We'll reach the arms high and cactus your arms. Breathe out, drawing your elbows down towards the hips and squeeze the shoulder blades in towards your spine. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're coming into a tabletop. Go ahead and release the palms down underneath the shoulders. If you're in a crisscross applesauce like I am, just uncross the knees and come down to the shins. Now you guys can decide, your toenails can remain pressing down, or if it feels better, curl the toes. We'll find a couple rounds of cat-cows here, just finding articulation through the spine. Drop the rib cage down towards the mat, send the tailbone up, pull your heart forward, and again, mindful of your shoulders, let them be soft. And on the exhale, tuck chin to chest. Send your thoracic, your middle back up towards the sky, and try to tuck the tailbone towards your knees. 2 more rounds with your breath. Again, take it at a pace that feels good to you, moving as slow or as quick as you feel necessary today. Feel free to add in any additional movement if it's calling. That's your body cueing you that it needs something else. I'll move through one more cat-cow if you're coming with me. Inhale, chest, lift the gaze. And exhale, round, press the mat away with the hands. Think of a Halloween cat, really articulate and exaggerate that doming of the spine. Beautiful, we come back down to a neutral tabletop. So before we move anywhere else, I'd like you to look at your hands, spread your fingers really wide, and press down into all 10 of the fingertips. Rather than the heel of the palm, that will start to take some pressure off the crease of the wrist. Belly draws up and in. Pull your ribs back, slightly tilt the tailbone down. Again, option for your toes curled or uncurled. We're gonna heat it up a little bit with some spinal balance. Please start to shift the weight into the left hand. Right arm reaches forward, bicep next to the ear. Thumb points up as if you're shaking someone's hand. Now keep the core drawing up and in. Extend the left leg behind you, flexing your foot, so try to rotate the pinky toe down towards your mat space. And think about this opposing energy. We're gonna reach forward with the right hand and press back with the left heel. Down, next stage neutral. Exhale, round. One more time, you guys. Inhale for length. And exhale, round it in. Reset, everything gets long first. Now listen, you guys, we're gonna release the left knee down. We're gonna reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. So you're spinning your chest towards the sky. Maybe you roll out the wrist, pump the fists, wiggle the fingers. We'll thread the needle on the breath out. Draw the right arm underneath your chest, parallel to the short edge of the mat. Release the right cheek or right temple down towards your space. And then a ton of options here, whatever feels good in the left arm. I'm gonna guide you through a half bind if you'd like to come with me. Left hand will reach up towards the sky, press the back of your hand towards the wall behind you, and then bend the elbow and release the back of your palm to your low spine, or maybe you reach around and grab your hip crease. Now a couple of options here, yogis. You can start to peel the left shoulder open towards the sky. If that's not feeling good, you can deepen the stretch through the right shoulder by pressing your heart down in towards your right bicep. Even here, core stays strong. Big breath in. Receive that fresh air. Open your mouth, it's okay to let it go. Coming back to that slow, low breath. Even here in the twist, inhale. And open her. Open your mouth, it's okay, let it go. Coming back to that slow, low breath. Even here in the twist, inhale. And open mouth, release. Let's release our bind if you have it. Left arm reaches up towards the sky, plant the palm underneath the shoulder. Unwind, unthread the needle, right hand reaches up. And on the exhale, plant your hand down. Reset your tabletop if you need it. Get out any wiggles, any movement. It's okay to move around, right? It's just yoga. Draw the belly up and in. Crown of head reaches forward. We'll start to switch out our spinal balance when you're ready. Left arm reaches forward, thumb points up. Right foot reaches back, toes point down. And on the exhale, bird dog, elbow towards your knee, press down through the palm. 2 more times. Inhale, get long. Feel that opposing energy as you stretch. Round, draw it in. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, round. Inhale, lengthen out. Just as we did before, right knee comes down, left hand reaches up towards the sky. Take a little movement in the wrist and the hand if you need it. And on the breath out, thread the needle. Bicep underneath the chest. Let the cheek or temple rest on your mat. Right hand can reach forward, or take that half bind. I will guide you through it. Reach the fingers up towards the sky, bend the elbow and place the back of your palm on the low spine or reach for the hip crease. Now you guys, this side might feel different than your right side, right? Each side of our body is a little bit different. So play around with a version of this that feels good. It doesn't have to be the exact same variation you took on the right side. Maybe see if you can peel the right shoulder open. Maybe it feels better to press the chest down and get that stretch through your left shoulder. Use the weight of your body. One more time, breathe in, expanding through your ribs. Open mouth, breathe out. Gently release the bind if you have it. Right palm down, press it into the earth, unwind. Send the left fingertips up towards the sky, reset. Little movement is just fine. I'll meet you in tabletop. All right, you guys, keep pulling the belly up and in. We're gonna curl the toes now if you haven't already. Now listen, we're still creating a little bit of fire, so I'd like you to press down through the hands, hover the knees just 1/2 inch away from your mat. Hold it here, getting long through the spine, crown of head is reaching forward, tailbone is reaching back. Use your core, breath in. Keeping a generous bend in the knees, send the hips up towards the sky. Take a downward facing dog. First time here, if you'd like a little movement, maybe walk the dog. Maybe wag the tail. Shake the head no. Nod the head yes. We're going to continue to move into our shoulders. We will not be using a strap. If you have one and you want to, please feel free. Lots of layers that you can take this, you guys. Pause where you feel enough sensation. On your inhale, please send the right heel high. And on the exhale, knee comes into your nose, tiger pose. Gently release your foot underneath your face. We'll take a little dynamic movement here before we settle in. Squeeze your right hip in and press it back, and then start to straighten the front knee. Exhale, lunge. 2 more times, nothing fancy, just start to find that movement. Inhale, press that right hip back and up. Exhale to your lunge. Now, option to drop the back knee down, you guys, or keep it lifted. We're gonna start to rise, sweep the fingertips forward and then up, coming into your crescent lunge. Micro bend through that back knee, keep reaching through the fingers so we're staying really long through the sides of our body. Hold here for the breath in. If the knee is down, you can keep it there. Otherwise, come with me. We'll take a double lunge and cactus arms, lift the chest up towards the sky. Breathe into the back of the heart. Keep your core pulling in tight. Inhale, reach up, straighten the back leg. And we will open warrior 2. Same thing here, you guys. If you need a little bit of movement, take it. Maybe bend and straighten through the front knee, moving the pelvis around. You might not land exactly how you want, so make sure to settle in. And then find your lunge, gaging forward, fierce over that front middle finger. Take a breath in. We'll find extended side on the breath out. Hinge forward, tick-tock arms 6 and 12. So many options here, my friends. You can keep your right fingertips hover towards the ground. You can bend the elbow, resting the elbow on the thigh. Wherever you go, try to avoid crunching through the right rib cage. So keep reaching up with the left hand to pull away from the ribs. And then here we're gonna take that half bind one more time, bend the elbow, release your hand to low back or reach it around for the hip crease. Now see if you can spin the chest up. Crown of head is reaching forward towards my voice, towards your camera, towards your TV, whatever you're watching on. Big breath in. Settle in, breathe out. All right, you guys. Keep the half bind if you would like. Reverse your warrior. Stay really low in the lunge in the front leg. Reaching your fingertips towards the back of the room that you're in, stretching through the right rib cage. Notice the right shoulder. Soften it down. Breathe in. Wim of the hands and plant your palms to frame the front foot. I'll go ahead and drop the left knee down. Right knee will meet it. We're in a tabletop. Take a round of cat-cow. Inhale, belly drops. Exhale, round. Neutral table. Curl your toes. Pike the hips. We're in our second down dog. See how those hamstrings are feeling? Maybe you can soften the heels down in space, closer towards the mat. They don't have to touch. Breathe in. Find stillness in your dog. Breathe out. Three-leg dog, left heel high. And tiger knee to nose. Shift forward, shoulders over the wrist. Release the foot underneath your face. You can reach back with your hand and grab the ankle if you need it. Option to drop down to the back knee if you'd like to. We'll take a few moments and straighten through the front knee. Finding that same dynamic movement, opening up through the hamstring. Using the breath. One more time, inhale for length. And exhale, settle into the lunge. Drop down to the knee now if you're going to. Fingertips reach up and rise, crescent high lunge pose. Core is in, shoulders soft. Reaching through the fingers, take a breath in. And open warrior two on the breath out. Settle into the pose, guys. Any movement that feels necessary on this side. I'll meet you in your warrior two. Shoulder blades squeeze towards one another, gazing forward. Let me see your smiling face. Take a breath in. Extended side, breathe out, hinge forward. Tick-tock arms, maybe the same variation, maybe a different variation. I will guide you through the half bind, bend the right elbow. Release your hand to low back or to the hip. Peel the shoulder open, rotate the chest towards the sky. Breathe in, receive the breath. Breathe out. Stay strong, low in the legs, reverse your warrior. Maybe you keep the half bind, maybe you release it. Think about pulling the rib cage away from the hip, lengthening. One more time, inhale. Windmill the hands and plant the palms, breathe out. Drop down to the right knee, uncurl the toes. Left knee meets the right, we're in our tabletop. Embryo pose, keeping the toenails pressing down, just send the hips all the way back to the heels. Continue to reach your hands forward towards the horizon of the mat. Let the forehead rest down. Maybe it hovers away from your space, maybe it's touching the ground. Notice what came up for you in that movement. Whatever it was, acknowledge it, and then just let that pass. 2 more rounds of breath together. I know it's a little bit harder to breathe in a compression, but see if you can feel the ribs expanding side to side. Open your mouth, release. Beautiful, press up into your tabletop. Slide the wrists underneath the shoulders, hips to the left, toes to the right, or other way around, it doesn't matter. Take a seat on your mat. We're gonna come all the way down to our spine, so scoot up a little bit. Make sure you have enough space to comfortably lie down. No core work today, we've already used that in our spinal balance, so from here we'll just drop down to the forearms and then slowly release all the way down to your back. When you arrive here, draw the knees in towards the chest. Feel your low back pressing into the mat, maybe a little sway from side to side, feels really good. Now right away, notice what's happening with your neck. So a lot of times I see a chin tilting up and you're compressing the back of your neck, so see if you can tuck the chin down and find length through the entire spine. Hold that there. Happy baby pose, knees come outside of the rib cage into the armpits, soles of the feet stamp the ceiling. Low back stays pressed down. If you need to, maybe drop your grip to your calves or the inner thighs so that you can keep your spine iron into the mat. It might feel good to just stay here and hold. Maybe your body's asking for a little bit more of a restorative baby, a little sway from side to side. Tapping into our inner child, right? It's okay to move around here. Maybe lengthen one leg at a time or both together if you have the space. And then hands to outer thighs. Close the legs like a book. We'll take one final squeeze here, wrapping the forearms around the shins. Reach for opposite wrist or opposite elbow. Curl into a teeny tiny little ball. Pull the forehead up and in. Let the shoulders lift off the mat. Big breath in. And as you exhale, settle into whichever resting pose feels comfortable to you. Maybe it's Shavasana. Maybe a Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Maybe a fallen bridge. Whatever suits. Close the eyes or soften your gaze. I will guide you through a couple more rounds of breath. This time I'd like you to take one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart. If you'd like to stay longer after my voice stops talking, please feel free. First exhale, all the sail air. 2 rounds. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top for 2. Hold for 1. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release 1. One more time together. Inhale 4, 3, 2. Fill all the way up. Hold. Exhale for 6. Feel your shoulders soften and melt into your mat space as you settle in. Staying here as long as you need. Maybe keeping hands on your torso. Maybe let them rest by your sides. Thank you, Ohana, for spending a little time with us today. It is such a pleasure to be here to help support your practice. Until we meet again, my friends, namaste.